My name is Dr. Sheuli Porkess and I'm the new president of the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Medicine. My interest in pharmaceutical medicine started before I even got to medical school. I needed some cash before university, and when I spotted a lab assistant role at ICI, it seemed like a great fit. I then went to med school and worked as a junior doctor in hospital medicine, focusing on care of the elderly. During this time, I really enjoyed thinking about patients from their individual perspective, but I really wanted to help people at scale, so I moved into pharmaceutical medicine. I first joined Boehringer Ingelheim as a medical advisor in the UK and then advanced to leadership roles in various countries. After returning to the UK, I became medical director at Almirall and joined the ABPI Medical Group. I later served as ABPI's Executive Director for Research, Medicine and Innovation, working with pharma leaders through Brexit and COVID. Since then, I've worked independently and now work with Precisia C2AI in clinical risk adjustment and analytics. So, as you can tell, my career has been diverse to date, but the thread through it has been this question of how to help bridge from amazing science and technology to patients and people in their own lives in everyday settings. Underpinning this has been my connection to my professional body, the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Medicine, or FPM for short. I've always valued the FPM, ever since my early days being a specialist trainee on PMST. The knowledge and network of colleagues has been very important to me, and I've always felt motivated to pay it forward for others. I was proud to be an FPM examiner for many years and was on OBO as the convener of the critical appraisal paper. During my role at ABPI, I worked closely with Presidents Alan Boyd and Tim Higginbottom on areas of joint interest, such as the work with Brighton and Sussex Medical School. After leaving ABPI, I became chair of the FPM Policy and Communications Group, and I was subsequently elected as Vice President in 2021, joining the Board of Trustees as part of the role. I'm now humbled and delighted to be able to support and drive our specialty in the role of President. I would now like to briefly share some of my main priorities for FPM over the next 3 years. FPM has 3 charitable objects which clearly lay out our purpose, our why: to promote the science of pharmaceutical medicine, to develop and maintain competence, ethical integrity and high professional standards in the practice of pharmaceutical medicine, and to advance knowledge in pharmaceutical medicine. As President of FPM, I'd like us to focus on the what, who and how. Firstly, the what. What is pharmaceutical medicine? This is important for us to be thought leaders on. We need to understand what's coming in the next 5 to 15 years. FPM is 35 years old now, but what will our specialty look like when FPM turns 50? I'll be launching a thought leadership project to gather insight from our fellows, members, patients and other stakeholders to understand the future. What are the challenges and what are the opportunities? This will directly feed into FPM's strategic planning and will be followed up with other tangible actions. Next, the who. Who practices pharmaceutical medicine? We represent the specialty. We set the standards in pharmaceutical medicine and for medically qualified practitioners of pharmaceutical medicine. We can only do this if we understand who is practicing pharmaceutical medicine, what they do, where they practice, and what support they need to take forward the practice of pharmaceutical medicine. We need to be inclusive of all who practice pharmaceutical medicine across all fields, from development to drug safety, all workplaces, industry, academia, regulators, different geographies, UK or international, and many other dimensions, which means building on membership work. We will conduct a deep dive on this in order to develop resources to support everyone. Finally, the how. We must take a leadership role in how we work and live our values. How we demonstrate medical leadership and professionalism needs to be inclusive, respectful and relevant for how we work today. Strengthening trust requires supporting pharmaceutical physicians to work to high standards through education, training, examinations and specialist recognition. These standards include how we work across the specialty, how we collaborate, how we lead, how we innovate. We need to further embed our FPM values and ensure equality, diversity and inclusion in how we work and engage with patients, the public and colleagues in our work, in line with our charitable aims. This means a thoughtful reflection and actions across all we do, from the board to how we engage with members and stakeholders to live our values. There are amazing technical and scientific advances driving pharmaceutical development and opening up possibilities to improve health. There are also a lot of challenges, from addressing health inequalities, working towards global health, environmental sustainability, shifting demographics, and the need to be more patient-centric. As a specialty, we are uniquely positioned to ensure the opportunities are used effectively to address both current and future health needs. But we as FPM need to lead. We have secured a solid foundation in the last 35 years, and we now need to build on that. We need to demonstrate inclusive, forward-thinking leadership in order to meaningfully meet our charitable aim of advancing pharmaceutical medicine for patient benefit for the next 35 years and beyond. I'm really excited to get started.